make fun of people, and all he did was like compliment people, and for the most part, huh?
Why was he making fun of people?
I think after the Joe Coy
Mm.
debauchery, and which, dude, it wasn't even that bad. At the Golden Globes, I think everybody's just more apprehensive. I'm assuming, Jimmy Kimmel, when he does the Oscars, is gonna not be he's gonna be Jimmy Kimmel. That's just who he is.
Mm-hmm.
But since we haven't seen Trevor Noah do one of these shows, it just felt like he was a little restrained, which is fine. But he was still funny. He was still funny. He was still clever. He was still sharp. He was really in the moment. But but then at the same time, I got to give it to him too, because this is as much as I love Ricky Gervais when he would do the Golden Globes and rip people apart is my favorite thing in the world. These people are being honored. It is their night. So, I guess the Golden Globes is like the Chicago of awards. You know what I mean? It's like, it's the second city. Like the Oscars, I don't see people really getting made fun of as much. Chris Rock he made some J-Lo jokes that were hysterical. There was,
So he's legendary.
He's legendary, right?
You can kind of pull that off. When you're kind of a newbie.
Yeah.
You got to be careful, because you're not in the in crowd yet either. Like the whole Joe Coy thing was really strange to me, because I know he's blowing up in some things, but I just don't think that was a point in his career where he should do something that big.
Well, the thing is, it was handed, and he did it at the last minute. I'm like, dude, you know how these things work.
Yeah.
This is not your first, introduction
Sometimes
into the business.
You gotta say no.
It's okay to say no.
I really think Joe, and knowing Joe, I met Joe, and I've seen his career grow, because he came on the Adam Carolla show a lot, a lot.
He's a funny guy. He's a really funny guy.
It's just, but Chelsea really ripped him. Pretty
and
great.
And that's what she does,
Well
and good for her. Yeah.
I thought it was really good, but I think you need to make fun of the celebrity stuff going on occasionally, and they shouldn't be overly sensitive. I don't know if that Taylor Swift and Joe Coy moment, if Taylor was even aware, because I think there was other drama happening at that award show, and I really don't think Taylor was even aware that he made a joke about her, and just that.
But it wasn't even like it was
like,
a terrible joke.
We won't have as many cutaways.
Oh no! Oh my God, that's so offensive. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I don't understand. But then Trevor Noah made a joke about it and said, instead of cutting away to Taylor, we're going to cut away to football players. And he went to, what's his name?
I don't
Terry.
know. Bradshaw was there or no?
No, it was. I won't. You guys can correct it. But they cut away to a football player, and Taylor was just laughing her ass off at that. And I was like, it's kind of similar to Joe Coy's joke.
Yeah.
I just think we caught her at a weird moment. But again, why are we paying so much attention?
Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
And again, more power to her. Good. Like, I'm glad that people watching have some story to kind of connect to. Like, they fought. Now I'm so glad it's not the royal family that people give a shit about, because I don't give a shit about the royal family.
I do.
I know you do, but I don't. So it's just nice to see that kind
Tracy
of move.
Chapman. That was my
That was
favorite
great.
part.
That was great.
Because I wasn't expecting her to come out, and I haven't seen her perform in a very long time, so that was really cool.
Yeah,
my least favorite is when Jay-Z's like putting down the Grammys for Beyonce, and I realized that she wants Album of the Year, like I get it, but like, should we just give her all of them so we can just stop hearing about it from everybody? Like, she puts out amazing songs, but I have listened to her albums all the way through. It's just like sometimes it's too much, or it's all over the place. I agree with the Grammys. A lot of these other albums that win Album of the Year are more cohesive and really good, and that's, in my opinion. A lot of people will disagree with that, which is fine. I realize she's amazing, but she's won so many, and that's just not good enough. And it's like, sorry.
It's just hard. It's hard for me as a consumer and like student of music to because so much goes into a record. Even though so if the record sucks, it's on her. If the record's great, it's on her. But when you look at the amount of writers she has on a fucking song, versus like Beck or Billy Joel,
which is Beck.
I don't know about Taylor Swift, but I know she writes her music. I don't know enough, so I don't want to speak to it.
She does write a lot.
She writes a lot. Okay, I guarantee you it's less than. And I love Beyonce, and I love Beyonce.
Me too.
But stop complaining. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, or just give them all to him so I can stop hearing them. Just give it all to Beyonce so we can just like, okay, you won every Grammy. Can we move on, or do we have to keep having Kanye come up or Jay-Z come up and stand up for you? It's very strange to me. It's very strange to me.
I did love U2's performance, because it's so hard to do something like that. And not even, it wasn't just U2, but all the production aspect of doing like a live remote in, doing a song, and then boom, and they're in the middle of a show, and people getting to feel like they're participating in that. That's super cool. I can't imagine like being at a show and then all of a sudden they're like, guess what, guys? They're counting down. We're gonna be live on the
Why don't
Grammys.
they just do the Grammys there?
Oh, that would be cool at the
Yeah.
Sphere. That would be awesome.
Well, like, why?
There would have been less rain.
It would have been too much. Grammys, Super Bowl, Vegas, Taylor Swift, Kelsey.
Could you imagine? The city would sink. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like, we can't have like the king and the king's son in the same like car driving. Like something will happen.
Absolutely. We need to have we can't have the president and the VP in the same plane. We need to just like put them on separate. Something will go down. Megan, did you get your giant Stanley Cup that you can take with you to any of your endeavors and then sip on it like a Karen?
What are you talking about?
Those big fucking Stanley Cups that people were in
Oh.
bonkers. SNL had the best sketch making fun of all of those giant like mugs. I don't know what the hell they are. I don't have any one.
That's how little that means to me.
Okay.
You say Stanley Cup and I think NHL still.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, you Google Stanley Cup and NHL isn't even in the top 10 anymore.
Oh.
It's literally those Stanley Cups. But I was like, no, I didn't. Was I supposed to get an NHL like trophy? But
Why
no.
not?
I don't know.
So
Why not? 'Cause I don't play hockey.
I was at a party on Wednesday, like a pre.
Do you have a Stanley Cup?
No. I was at a pre.
See how awesome they are, guys?
Yeah.
Everyone's got
Who
them.
fucking cares? What do I have? I have a Yeti. That's what I have. I have a fucking nice ass Yeti cup that will I forgot.
What do you do with those?
Well, so here I didn't buy it. It was when I was on that charter cruise in December. Everybody who was on board got their own Yeti cup with like a little non-slip silicone thing that would go around the bottom, and you can kind of walk around, put it on the boat. And if the boat was rocking, it wasn't going to tip over.
You should get a T-shirt that says
But
I can buy it.
forgot. I know, right? I forgot. I made I had a cocktail. I had made like a rum and coke or something, and I left it on deck overnight. It was hot as shit. Woke up the next day, went in the morning, drank water, whatever, get my coffee, blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh shit, where's my cup? I go and I find my cup, and it is still full of ice. The drink was still super cold. I was like, holy shit, these things are incredible. So I can't. I have nothing bad to say about those
no,
things.
there's nothing bad about it. Just people's behavior around them is kind of disgusting.
And then I ordered some for my brother, not knowing how much they cost, for Christmas. And I was like, oh, my brother would love one of these Yeti cups. He goes out on a boat on the lake in North Carolina, close to where he lives. He goes all the time. I'm like, oh, my brother would love this. And I'm like, all right, let me get him, and let me get his initials put on him and all that shit. They're like 50-something bucks for a fucking cup.
Yeah, no.
I bought them because whatever, I committed to it. But I was like, okay.
I bought red Solo cups for my drinks. That's
Yeah,
what I drink.
I'm gonna get you the fancy like porcelain Solo cups. I've
Why
seen
don't you
those.
just get them and write the word Stanley on them? And
I should. I should.
Look at my Stanley cups, and then just like red Solo cups with Stanley written like a 2-year-old.
Do you know that about the Solo cups and the reason why they're shaped the way they are? So, guys, a Solo cup are these like those red, the red cups with the white
If you're
inside.
listening to this and you don't know what a
fucking Solo cup.
get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here. All right. But no, the first line on the Solo cup is an ounce. So it's all measured out. It's a shot, like a double shot, and that's where all the lines are. So if you don't have a measuring tool, you can use your Solo cup to measure out like a shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think you did know that.
Okay. Yeah. I was thought that I didn't know that. That's one of the things I learned on TikTok, and I believe I also learned that people are fucking assholes on TikTok, and I'm reliving that again the second week in a row. Just I just went on there occasionally just to jump in there. People are, what about TikTok makes people feel more okay being a complete dirtbag?
Because they're behind a screen.
But they're behind a screen on Instagram too.
I get dirtbags on Instagram.
But not as much as TikTok.
Yeah.
Because I get dirtbags on
Because
Instagram, but TikTok
it's a
looks
younger
like.
crowd. They're more
Oh,
brazen.
got it.
With no
That's a big word.
inhibitions.
No inhibitions. They're like, no.
Yeah, they have no impulse control. They're 18 and under. Like, congratulations if you're on TikTok. You're a child. All the older people, you look at the stats, and Facebook has like the most older people for sure. And then it goes Twitter and Instagram. Instagram's like right in between, and then TikTok's like all 30 under. So they're brazen. They don't care. This is the world they grew up in. They think they can say everything, and they think they're invincible.
By the way, my birthday's next week, and I know what I want. For my
What?
birthday, Megan. And I want you to get
The
it for
red
me.
Solo cup with the word Stanley on it.
No, Costco. Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Drink.
Yep. Costco has a 157 piece Le Creuset set. 157. It's like $5 or $6 grand. But you can actually go on the Costco website and order an entire, like, everything that Le Creuset makes in a particular color that you want, and then boom.
Wow.
So that's what I want for Christmas. I have nowhere to put it. I just leave them out in my front yard, I think, at this point. But that's what I want for Christmas, Megan. And my birthday.
I can't even afford that for me. Nor could any of that fit in my kitchen.
No. You don't fit in your kitchen.
To add to my week, you just reminded me.
Oh, boy.
I was going to go to the HOA meeting Tuesday night to, because it was scheduled, it's posted everywhere. Tuesday, next HOA meeting, Tuesday, February 6th. Tuesday, February 6th. So I wrote a letter out about everything that's been going on, my concerns. I
so white of
practiced
you.
it.
I wrote a letter out, my concerns.
I practiced it in the mirror. I practiced it with my neighbor. My neighbor came over. We walked down to the meeting together, just to be told by security they decided to have it last night.
So you waited all that shit, you practiced?
Yes.
Fucking bitch.
And we're both just sitting there, and I was like, I'm done. This week is done.
And how did they notify people that it was the night before?
They didn't.
Oh.
I got an email back for it. Just sent the letter to the head of the HOA lady who lives a couple floors underneath me, and she's like, I'm so sorry. Next time we'll make sure that we notify everybody for the change of meeting. I was like, I showed up for your meeting. I was very disappointed when I found out you had it yesterday.
Yeah, like, yeah, thanks,
I
lady.
took a picture of, like, I just had it. That was my whole Tuesday, and it just hasn't gotten better until now. So sorry to go back. I was wondering. I was like, that was all that happened, and I was upset. Oh no. But they are suing the neighbor upstairs. They're suing him, and then they're gonna lock the laundry doors after 10.
What?
And they're finding the dog lady that this dog like attacks and bites you if you walk past it and barks all day. And they're gonna fix the jacuzzi.
I didn't know the jacuzzi was broken.
It's been broken for 2 months.
What did you do?
And then I didn't do
They find like a mini bottle of Fireball like stuck inside the fucking.
I did go golfing with a bunch of fireballs.
You did?
There's a video of me hitting a big golf club full of fireballs. It was like one of those plastic fireball golf clubs.
Oh, that is ridiculous.
And I hit one with it, and then it exploded, and they all went flying all over the roof.
Oh, boy.
That's on Instagram. So you
Yeah.
can enjoy
Oh, look at that. Let's indulge in
the
that.
ex was filming it.
Oy vey.
Ugh.
Ugh. Disgusting.
So we got Grammys. We got shit week.
So Megan, she messaged. She never calls. So if she calls, it's because she shit faced or she butt dialed me.
Yeah.
So Megan messaged me. She's like, "This is the last restaurant. This is the last restaurant because I am going on the Whole30 diet after the Super Bowl." But now I'm gonna book only restaurants, so you just can't eat. You have to sit there and
so
No, it's like the next
I'll start
six.
tomorrow.
The next 6 shows, we're just gonna be at restaurants, so that Megan can't. She's just gonna be like just sniffing.
I could eat some of the salt that's sitting here.
Yeah, so they also brought this beautiful tray of different salts, and it's labeled. What do we have there, Megan?
Black salt, smoked salt, gray salt, salts I can't pronounce, but you probably could. Canned kale.
Let's see. What do we have? We have sel
I'm so
d'antipe,
classy. I can't
black salt, cancale. I don't know what that is. Gray salt, sal de gusano. So that's worm salt. Yeah.
What does that
sal
mean?
de gusano. Well, gusano is worm, so I don't know what
Which
that means.
one is it?
That would be bottom right.
I'm doing it.
Bottom right, just do it. You've had worse things. There you go. Tasty. Salt ASMR.
Earthy.
Earthy. Yeah.
It is a little earthy to be honest.
Oh, all right. Yeah, so I love all this stuff, guys, because I can't tell you how many times I've been to like an omakase or a chef's tasting, and what we're doing right now is literally what you would have if you came here minus the microphones in your face. That is, you would have the exact same experience if you came here to Alexander's Steakhouse.
It's not better because they can focus on you a little bit more without the distraction.
Yeah, right now people are coming in, they're smiling, they're scared of us. They're scared of Megan, let's be real. They're not. They're afraid of the white Karen here. That's their fear.
I'm not a Karen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
I guarantee you, there's a picture of you in the laundry room somewhere in your building that's just like meh, and it's you with like hair everywhere, just angry in a robe, yelling.
It is made with worms.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Sal de gusano,
Mm-hmm.
worm salt, is a type of seasoned salt that indeed includes insects. When ground and combined with chilies and salt, these insects create a blend that is mineral-driven, salty, earthy, spicy, and smoky.
I mean, it better be earthy. It's a fucking worm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like it.
So
Weird.
are you? I'm a bit of a salt slut at my house. I have all these different salts. So the salts that we have here right now, like you wouldn't use these to season something before you cook it. These are considered, finishing salts. They're salts you put at the end to just add a little extra kick, a little extra something to whatever you're eating. And I have my sister-in-law one time sent me like 10 of them for Christmas. Like volcanic salt, salt from Hawaii, salt from Persia, salt from, I was like, oh my God, this is great. So anyway, I love all that stuff. Megan, are you?
You should try it.
I know I have all these wine glasses in the way.
Try it.
Let's see. Let's try the worm salt first. I like it. Smoky.
Yeah, it's like the mezcal of.
That's really good.
Of salt.
Yeah, it's really, really good. I'm just going down the
That's
list.
smoked.
More smoky.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, but different. That's really good. And then
Here we are trying salt.
that's really good. We're going down the list of
I'm
salt.
assuming it's to put on something that's coming up, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Try that top right.
That's
That thing's beast mode.
The canned
That's like the
salt.
Patrick Mahomes of salt. That's good shit. Right? Yeah.
Yummy.
I know it tastes that. I think that kind of. I don't know. It tastes like fennel a little bit to me, or my palate just could be thrown off. But
Yeah.
it tastes a little bit like fennel. Do you like fennel?
I do like fennel, and I
Yeah.
like the smell of fennel.
Me too.
So you told me that your dad this week.
Oh my
was
God, my
on
dad.
one?
Yeah, my dad was on one, guys. So if this is your first time listening to the podcast, I'll just give you a brief. My dad has Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and dementia. And yesterday morning, my dad calls me and wakes me up at about, I don't know, 7 in the morning. And it's dead quiet around him. Usually I hear some noise, but, because in his house there's other people that live there. But no, it's dead quiet. And basically, in a nutshell, my dad was lost. My dad was lost, and he was on his transport to the VA hospital. So my father's a former veteran. I guess not a former veteran; he's a veteran, and he goes to the VA hospital in my hometown, and my dad was lost. Like my dad, he had the driver with him, and the driver was taking him to a doctor's appointment. Mind you, we have set it up so that doctors come to see him at my childhood home, but my dad, because he's Mr. Social, changes everything and tries to still go out. And then he comes home and it's always like a freak out, a regretted thing. My brother, we were at a point where my brother and I, we both got on the phone with him. Like I'm on the phone and I'm like, oh shit, my dad's out of it. I gotta call my brother. So I got my brother on the phone with him. And we're both trying to decipher what the hell's going on. And then we realize he's on a transport on the way to the hospital. And then we realize he has an appointment. And my dad, I mean, what I'm telling you, Megan, it's the craziest thing to talk to somebody and, imagine we're here right now. He can't describe where he is. He's in a van. He cannot describe where he is. Exactly. Yeah. Megan's face says it all. It was a rough morning. And then here's the best part. The best part is we finally get him home. He goes to see the doctor. We get on the phone with the doctor while he's in his appointment. They run like memory tests on him to just kind of see how much it's progressed. And he gets home, and finally on his way home, he starts to come to, basically. He starts to know where he is. He's more coherent. He can have a conversation. Because what happens with people with Alzheimer's and dementia, they start to mumble, and they'll get to a point where they're just they're trying to speak to you, but they become like a child, where a kid is just like nothing's coming out. Anyway, now my dad is like, oh no, I want to change medical services, and when we change them, I want you to tell the medical service that I've never been lost before, so that they'll keep picking him up. Oh yeah. So we had to basically have the talk with my dad today that no, you're not leaving the house ever alone, ever. Mm-hmm. This is, and my dad was sitting there pleading his case to me, and in my mind, I know he just wants to go talk to girls, which is hysterical. My 80-year-old father thinks he's still got game, and that's what he lives for, is talking to women. So that's what he wants to be able to do. He doesn't want anybody around him while he potentially talks to the girl at the front desk, because they all want him. Potentially. Mm-hmm. So anyway,